Alright, everybody, what's up? It's time to talk about Magi. We're talking about 280 and 281. Now, uh, the first thing I'm going to talk about is, I'm reviewing them sort of in tandem because uh, when when 279 was translated, uh, I did not have the heart to review it. And the reason why that is because I knew the outcome. Because by the time 279 was already translated, uh, 280's Raws had been out for quite some time. And of course, if you can't tell by now, I'm talking about Cohen. I'm talking about the fact that Cohen was killed seemingly in 279, but actually was not killed. He was actually alive. Um, but what had happened was Hakuryu created an illusion of Cohen with Belial, and that is what occurred. I think it was Belial, or was it Zaga? I don't remember, but I think it's Belial, right? But yeah, Belial's the illusory metal vessel. Anyway, so I did not have the heart to review it because I said this I think once before, but you can say many things about me, positive or negative, but if there's one thing you can't, it's that I'm not fake. I say it as I say it as I call it as I see it. I don't um I don't try to bullshit my quote unquote viewers, my subscribers, my regular viewers. I wouldn't go as far as to call them fans, but the people who view my content regularly, I don't bullshit you guys. I don't feel the need to dramatize. Ah, they fucking kill Cohen. What are they gonna do, man? Because I knew that Cohen was alive. Um, So I'm gonna just put that out there right now. So that is why I'm reviewing these two chapters in tandem. I would have reviewed 279 on its own had I not read the Rawls of 280. And here is where I will tell you um, my initial reaction. Now, when I read the Rawls of 279, I had no idea what was going on. I was wondering if Cohen had been killed, because the picture wasn't clear. Um, However, with the whole swing of the sword, I kind of figured that they had killed Cohen, and so my initial reaction was, "You fucking asshole, Shinobu Otaka! Why the fuck did you kill Cohen? He was actually becoming the best character in Magi, and now you just fucking offed him like that? No, it doesn't work that way." That was pretty much my initial reaction, and that's what my reaction would have been in this review if uh, Cohen had been killed. So, I'm glad that he's alive. I know a lot of people may be like a lot of people might be like mad that he's not dead because people go batshit these days wanting to see character deaths from everything. And yes, I like to see character deaths as well, but I don't want Cohen. Cohen has so much more to give us before he goes. You know what I mean? Like, he's such a fantastic character that is getting better. So, you know, you just don't kill off the quality characters unless there's a specific purpose. And so I feel like killing off Cohen would have been shit, just simply put. So I'm glad he's alive. Um, and so let's talk a little bit about 279, I guess. Some of the other events in 279. Um, I do find it very interesting how one of Cohen's metal vessels allowed him to trade his own limbs to give Hakuryu his back. Because, I mean, Alibaba basically, like, gave him the Obi-Wan treatment, where he had, like, I mean, um, in Star Wars, Anakin lost all his limbs, but that's besides the point. But yeah, Hakuryu, man, he lost everything except for his one limb, and they were weak. Basically, his prosthetic limbs were weak, and Kohen basically traded his own limbs, three of his limbs, for three of Hakuryu's, and so that's basically that's him admitting defeat. Essentially, that is like the ultimate like admittance of defeat is literally saying like I'm putting my trust in you as emperor. Here are my limbs. Use them to serve the Co-Empire well. Um, because at this point, he does not believe that he's going to survive this, as far as I know. Um, I mean, Cohen always kept his composure, so it's possible he might have been trying to psychologically get him to, I guess, save him. Maybe he understood that he was mentally manipulating the situation in his favor, or I should say, emotionally and mentally manipulating the situation in his favor. So we can't discount that possibility, but at the same time, um, you know, I think what I said stands. So, uh, that was very interesting. So that's one of his metal vessels. The other one I think was fire. I think, and then I don't know that we saw the other two metal vessels. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But Cohen must have been ridiculously powerful. He's not anymore. Like he's not nearly as strong as he was. I think he's been stripped of all his metal vessels at this point. So, and now he has three prosthetic limbs. So, yeah, Cohen is unfortunately, even if he's gone, like even if he's still contributing, like as a character, I think his power is pretty much he's not going to fight anymore, which is sad. But if he can still contribute as a character, like if Kome, Koha, and Kohen are able to contribute as characters, then I'm fine with it. Because even if we only saw Kohen fight a little bit, which again it's sad, but there's so many characters, and I would have liked to see more of him in specific fighting. Uh, but it doesn't seem like that'll be happening. Hey, maybe we do see Cohen back in action. Maybe he gets new limbs from somewhere. We never know. It's hard to say. So, um, you know, Cohen or Koha and Koha and Kome are exiled as of 279, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Now I'm going to talk about 280. So, um, or 281 or whatever it was. No, yeah, 280 and 281. That not 279. I was thinking. Whatever. 281. So 281. The conversation between Morgiana and Hakuryu. It was okay. Um, but it did serve one thing worthwhile, which was it absolutely 100% confirmed Morgiana's feelings. She does not love Hakuryu. She loves Alibaba, even though it was very strongly implied from before. Um, but this these words are coming out of her own mouth. Uh, so the conversation between them, talking about it was my fault for not stopping you, even though that's not true. And even Hawker, was like, no. It's like, nah, nigga, no. But of course, her decision to stay by him, so that she can stop him the next time that he fucks up, because Hakuryu he wears his heart on his sleeve. He does all kinds of stupid shit. I mean, granted, he made a really good decision by saving Cohen. That was a really good decision, um, because you never know what can happen with Komei and Koha down the line, and Kogyoku. First off, that she's Yeah, she's dangerous. Dangerous Udesu. All right, we'll get there. But yeah. So, that conversation was fine. It took up a lot of the it did take up a lot of that chapter. But um yeah, so yeah, the next obviously the other half of it was about Cohen, which I talked a little bit about well, not the other half, but some of it was Cohen. Um and I think the artwork in that particular part was really really good because even just some subtle changes in their like face, like really like I know by face I mean Kome and Koha, um, just the subtle changes where like when they can see him coming out like but they haven't confirmed it's him. um, you can see they're almost like in suspension of disbelief, like, or they're in some sort of disbelief, like, is it really him? Like, no, it can't be. Like they almost have reserves, even though they're sort of breaking down. And then after they see Cohen smiling, you know, they just break down. And showing the two, I think showing the two comparisons, one after the other, just really nails it home. As far as emotion, that's a really good um, artistic way of showing, not telling. They're like, "Oh, I'm so happy." No, they don't have to say a damn word. If you notice, Kome and Koha didn't say a fucking word in this chapter. After seeing Cohen smile, like they said, "No way, that is." But then once they actually confirmed it was Cohen, they didn't say a word. And the reason is because they don't need to say anything. Their faces confirmed everything for us. We know how they're feeling because they showed it. And Shinobu Otaka did a very good job artistically there. So, both from a story writing perspective and from an artistic perspective, there's a lot of good going on here, even if it's sort of simple that you might gloss over. So, good job, Otaka. I do have the right author, right? I think, yeah, it is Shinobu Otaka. I'm double checking myself because I read so many manga, there's so many author names. I'm pretty sure, yeah, yeah, no, it's Shinobu, not Sensui, but Shinobu Otaka. So last part is fucking Kogyoku. Great part. I love it because Kogyoku is a great character. She in this scene, her outward appearance is so happy-go-lucky, almost to the point of being obvious. Where she's smiling, she's laughing, she's like, I swear, loyalty. She's like, holy fuck. She looks like she hasn't been happier in years. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point of being obvious, I think. But then you can see the panel of her digging her, not her claws, but her nails, digging her fingernails into her own hand with the I never ever ever, etc. times 10 to the raised to the fifth power, whatever. Um, I will never forgive you, Sinbad. And that face, just, again, very good artistically with the comparison. You can see you can see the facial expression of just you there I'm talking about the last panel, last page, of course. You can see if you look at it, uh, the expression on the inner Kogyoku. You can see marks from dried tears. Like that's a subtle detail that really plays into it. Is you can see that, yeah, you can see a mark of dried tears, like from, I guess, betrayal, and also I'm assuming she knows that Cohen is alive, but she still is losing all of her brothers essentially. even if they're all in exile. Meanwhile, she's not. I mean, so I guess she can't really see them. So I mean, it's very sad. And just the way the eyes are set, it just looks very menacing, and the blood, like the ambient blood, I guess you could say, because I mean, she drew blood from digging her fingernails into her own hand, and so there's blood all around, like that. Artistically, that looks awesome. And again, she doesn't have to tell you that she's pissed. We can fucking tell. Now, even if she says, I'll never forgive you, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's fine in of itself. Um, Especially since I think that does need clarification, because the fact that she said Sinbad at the end is good, because some people might think she's pissed at Hakuryu if she didn't say anything, um, because of the context of the panels. But uh, it seems that she isn't pissed at Hakuryu because for exiling her brothers. It seems like she's more pissed at the current moment, uh, against Sinbad for controlling her with Zephyr. Um, and I get it. She was she literally was forced by her own will to capture Koha, her own brother. She was basically forced against her will to fight her own brother. Not fight him, but you know what I mean. Basically capture him, which it was huge. And so I mean, and that's just a big piece of betrayal as well. It's not just what he made her do. It's the principle that he deceived her with the fight that they had when he used Zephyr to, you know, make her go unconscious or whatever. So, I get it. And I think, this could be a really, really interesting plot line down the road, because who knows what Kogyoku might do. She's, you know what? She's a very good character. She's interesting. She gets shit done too. She's not like a damsel in distress. She's a tough cookie. So you have no idea what she's going to do, and I can't wait to see it. So that's gonna be it. I know it's been quite a while, but it's 2 chapters, and I usually go a little bit in depth with the series. So these were great chapters, in terms of storytelling, artistic, especially in tandem, because now that we know Cohen is not dead. So yeah, um, I can't wait until 282 gets fucking translated, because they need to translate it. It's been raw for like a while. I read it, but you know I'm not going to talk about it until it's in English. So thank you guys for listening, and see you guys next time.